Welcome back to MMAOddsBreaker. Today we have Dominick Cruz, a dominator, sitting in his house in San Diego, California. Obviously, the weather is beautiful this time of year down there. You find it hard to stay away from the beach and be in rehab?
Yeah, sometimes, but, actually right now I can go to the beach because the sand's real good on my knees for rehab, so I try to mix it up best I can.
What's it been like for you the last, 6-8 weeks? Just personally. I don't care about athletic because we all know that you work out hard, you train hard, you're obviously hitting rehab as hard as you can. You're doing everything you need to do. But what's it like for you from an emotional, personal state right now?
My emotional, personal state is like I'm on vacation right now. I feel great. I'm loving life right now, My body's asking, I ask a lot less physically of my body right now because I'm doing therapy and just kind of doing what I can with my body to get back slowly. So that allows more time for my mind and more time for me to just enjoy life and challenge my mind in different ways. So I work as much as I can with Fox right now, and I'm doing some stuff with charity whenever I can. And then other than that, I'm just having fun, like, hanging out at my home.
What is this? Is this something that's going to be new for you when you're back in a full-time training camp? And are you going to bring that kind of attitude back in where you got to kind of find the times to take your break and mentally refresh yourself?
You're asking, am I going to be able to turn this on while I'm in camp? Can I still relax? Is that what your question is?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
That's a good question. That's only a question a fighter would ask, But
the reason why I ask it, Dominic, is because I never could do it. I never had the ability to calm down and relax no matter what. So it interests me when guys can do it.
That's what's interesting, because I didn't know how to do that, Frank, until I blew my knee out 3 times.
Oh.
I'll be honest, it was very hard for me to, ever relax, because the truth is, the reason why I always trained, the reason why I never turned it off, never could turn it off, is because I was using training as my escape from something. Then when I realized, all right, I blew my knee out once, I'm going to fight, I'll be back faster than ever, and then I blow it out again. Now it hit me where it's like, dude, you're going to be here for another 9 months minimum. You've been out this long already. You better get used to it and just figure out a way to enjoy your life without being a fighter, without training, without being athletic at all. You better figure out a way to enjoy life. Otherwise, you're going to have a rough 2 years. You might not ever get back at all. So once I turned that on in my head and realized the fastest way to being athletic again and getting back to what I love was to let it go, forget about it, put it on the back burner for a while, and pursue a new career with my mind, body, and soul like I did the championship. Once I could do that and just, it taught me something. It taught me that I can turn it off, that fighting isn't everything I am. It's not my only purpose. Fighting is just a little piece of what I can do and who I am. Once I could piece all that stuff together, it's really given me a lot of peace altogether in my persona. It's given me, I don't need training to survive anymore. I've made myself comfortable in my own mind so that training is just a cherry on top. That's just something great I get to do. It's like, I'll just be glad to have my body working for me again and getting to hurt people again, as bad as that might sound.
It becomes almost a love-hate relationship. You look forward to the little bit of break from the house that you get, to go to rehab, and then you're like, okay, well, I feel really good today. But I can't push it. I can't go run a marathon. I gotta, keep walking stairs and keep taking a slow pace. Are you at that stage now where sometimes, every once in a while, you're like, I could go do a little bit more today. I go push a little bit more, but I got to sit down and kind of give this thing a little bit more time to heal up.
Seriously, man, 3rd time's a charm, Frank. I already went through this twice, so I did that. And you know what happened when I did that? I got tendonitis in my left knee, and it was hell to get rid of it. It hurt so bad to get rid of the tendonitis. And it's just because the only way to get rid of tendonitis is to do, guess what?
Nothing.
Sit around, rest, and ice it.
Wow.
So I don't want to sit around. I don't want to rest. So I just kept working. I wouldn't accept the injury. I was like, I need to get back. I need to stay in shape. All it did was push. All it did was make more pain for me. With this knee surgery, I'm doing everything right. I take the days out that I need. If my knee starts hurting, I just sit down. I'll go enjoy my day somewhere else or put my focus into, you know, studying some film or something for the upcoming event I got. Or I'll, you know, talk to my family or something like that, and then it kind of diverts my mind. But that's just the way it is for me right now, man.
It's really refreshing to hear you talk like this and understanding. And it's unfortunate it's taken 3 major knee injuries to get you here, but it's a nice way. And we saw it when you came back with Muzugaki, that how good you were moving, how quick you were moving, and it's going to happen again if you keep the same attitude into it. And I know you said earlier part of it is that you're spending some more time doing some charity work. What charities are you spending your focus on right now?
You know, one of the things is that I'm actually going to go do something with you sending me to ESPN, something ESPN is having on the Walk the Red Carpet for a charity that they're doing out there, but I don't really recall the name of it right now. I'm doing something in Tucson, Arizona with a company that you can look up if you're ever out there called Higher Ground Foundation. And it's basically like kids get out of school and there's kind of that period, like 2 to 4 hours of time where you're back from school, your parents aren't off work, and there's not much to do. What do? You either go hang out with your friends or you stay after school and do whatever. Well, Higher Ground allows kids to go in, do their homework, study, have tutors around, but at the same time they've got athletic things they can do. They've got MMA classes, they've got boxing, jiu-jitsu, things of that sort, so the kids can, like, let some aggression out, let some energy out. I just remember when I was growing up, my mom was real strict with me, so I always had a plan. If I wasn't going to wrestling after school, I had to just be home and do nothing. Well, a lot of these kids don't, so this gives everybody something to do out there in Tucson.
Well, that's actually a really good deal. There's very few. Of course, I'm older. There's very few after school programs for us, either than being a latchkey kid taking care of yourself, or being in a sports program. And so it was like after that you're just kind of on your own. So that's nice that you're out there doing some extra work with some other youth and stuff. What drives you every morning now that you're not worrying about being I'm a fighter and all I can do is train? So what drives you now to get out of bed every morning? What's that providing factor that goes, hey, this is why I'm getting up today to make myself a little bit better? What is that factor right now?
Well, I mean, let's not get it twisted. I still wake up every morning like a champion. You know, I'm still not done fighting by any means. So I wake up and I have a bunch of things that I roll over and look at on my wall that keep me reminded and grounded on my purpose for every day to evolve. That's the goal of why we're all here, is to evolve. You're just sitting around and doing nothing. You know, I look at guys like Floyd Mayweather, for example. Mm-hmm. He is the best boxer of all time in his era right now, is what's being said about him. But if you look at any other skill set he has or any other facet, it's basically just boxing. You know, you look at guys like Muhammad Ali. He had a push with everything. He had things that he touched outside of just boxing, which made him a great person, that helped him evolve as a man. And that's what I think helps make champions, is they don't only have just one facet. You got to be able to open up and do a million different things. You got to evolve and live the life, and then that helps you help other people around. And really, that's how you stay around when you're gone, is by who you touch when they're still here after you're gone. So it's like, who can you affect? All this comes with a mind of just wanting to grow, just wanting to learn and be open-minded and learn to love myself. And then everything around me will turn to success. So it's not difficult. That's the hardest thing to do, is just stick your head down and stay positive. But the more you just tell yourself, you kind of annoy yourself into just believing it.
Dominick, thanks so much for coming on with MMAOddsBreaker, man. I really appreciate it. It's always a pleasure talking to you, and especially you're so open and so honest when it comes to rehab times and where you're at, as a person, that it makes, for me at least, always makes a great interview. I love having you on here, and I appreciate you coming on again.
Thanks for having me on, Frank.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, buddy.